In the previous video, I talked on how to run Python code in interactive mode and script mode. I will continue using interactive mode to discuss about variables. For the benefit of newbies, I will spend some time to discuss concept of variables. So let me add 10 and 2. 10 plus 2. So the answer is 12. Now I want to divide the result by 3. That means now I need to access the result 12. One way of accessing previously computed result is by using underscore. So underscore. You can see that underscore prints the previously computed result. So to divide 12 by 3, what I can do is I can use underscore forward slash 3. Forward slash is division operator. So the result is now 4. Let me divide 12 by 6. So underscore forward slash 6. So the result is this, which is wrong. The result should be 2. So that means underscore is no more storing 12. Let us check that. Underscore. So now underscore is 0.66. That means underscore stores only the latest computed value. If I want to use the result of 10 plus 2, which is 12, throughout the program, I cannot use underscore. So what do I need to do to store values in such a way that I can access them throughout the program? For that, what I need to do is store the values in memory and identify them by name. So I need to store 12 in memory, give a name to it, say X. Then whenever I want 12 in my program, I can simply use X. These identifiers are called as variables. So X is the variable. For those who are new to programming, variable is the name given to the memory location where data is stored. X is called as variable because the value stored in the name X might change. Now X has the value 12. In later part of the code, I can use X to store 100 or maybe 200. So the value stored in X may vary. That is why these are called as variables. How do you store the value in a variable in Python? In Python, to store 10 in X, simply use X is equal to 10. That's it. Now 10 is stored in X. If you are a C or C++ or Java programmer, you may think that something is missing here. That is declaring the type for X so that integer 10 is stored in X. But nothing is missing here. Everything is perfect. Because one of the flexibility of Python is you are not required to declare the type for the variable. In other languages like C, C++, or Java, type declaration is mandatory before storing value in the variable. That is, you have to tell whether you are storing integer value or decimal value or characters in the variable. But type declaration is not required in Python. Python internally creates the type for the variable based on the value stored in the variable. So the value stored in X is 10, which is integer. We will have a detailed discussion on the types of variables supported by Python in later part of the course. So in this case, Python creates x as a variable of type integer. To check type of the variable, type function can be used. So type of x. That means I want to know the variable type for x. Now you can see that x is of type integer. So x has 10 stored in it, which is of type integer. To print what is there in x, I can simply type x. This prints the value stored in x. So now x has 10. Interesting thing in Python is, even though x is created as integer type and can store integer values, x can be used for storing characters in the subsequent lines of the program. So x is equal to a. Enclose the characters within the quotes. Now x has a, which is of different data type than the integer. So in Python, the same variable can be used for storing different types of data, but the old type will be overwritten by new type. So x is no more having value 10. That is, x is no more an integer type. So if I print x, x has a. Now if I check the type of x, this shows that x is now a string type. That means x is no more integer type. Using same variable for storing different types of values is possible because Python is dynamically typed. So what is dynamic typed? I will talk about the dynamic typed feature in the next video.